I heard that on Shavuot night, or on Shavuot morning, that the Jewish people married God. Have you ever, what?
Yeah, sure. The first thing a child learns is Torah Tziva Lanu Moshe. Torah was commanded to us by Moshe. Morasha Kehilat Yaakov. It's an inheritance to the congregation of Jacob.
That was a girls' congregation of Jacob, right? Beis Yaakov?
Well, it's both, men and women.
It is.
Together.
Okay,
we are a people, each one being vitally important. So in the tractate Pesachim, Gemara Pesachim, I believe, the Talmud says the following. Remember, there are no vowels in the Torah.
Right.
So the Talmud says, the Gemara says, Al tikre morasha ela murasa. Don't read it inheritance, but read it marriage, engagement. And what it means is, number one, we make a huge mistake if we take a look, we look at the Torah as do's and don'ts, as opposed to a relationship.
With God.
With God. Now, think about marriage, right? It's very interesting. At the offer of Torah, there's no mention of do's and don'ts. It's an offer. But once that offer was accepted, then it becomes, right, do's and don'ts. So think about what happens under the chuppah. What happens when a couple gets married? The issue is we accept the relationships.
Well, we make a commitment.
Right? But what happens afterwards? How does the relationship play itself out? Did we do the right thing by the relationship, or did we do the wrong thing?
So you're saying it's not measurable until the commitment is made. Is that right?
That the way to look at every mitzvah is that I am forming an eternal bond with my Creator, and that my Creator is going to respond to me based on that. In marriage, it's very interesting. I know it sounds like a joke, but basically, once you leave the chuppah, marriage is played out in terms of reward and punishment. If as a husband I do the right thing,
you get to be out of the
my wife
doghouse.
loves me back, and I get rewarded by that love that I receive back. If I do the wrong thing, I end up in the doghouse, right? I'm punished and I'm sent to the doghouse.
But your wife is not going to withdraw love. What the punishment is what? The loss of the closeness.
Yeah, no, look, the love might be there in the background, but the norm of the relationship is played out by how we act towards each other.
So consequences.
Yeah, exactly. Marriage is played out by how I guess the consequences of the decisions I make on a day-to-day basis.
Okay, so I have an important question for you.
But one other thing before that important question.
Okay, go.
The other aspect of a marriage is that together as a team, we want to accomplish something. The offer of Torah is to be Mamlechet Kohanim, which means a kingdom of teachers, a people that leads by teaching the world via example, or as Isaiah calls it later, a light unto nations. A light stays in one place and then shines forth.
Right.
We change the world by taking the values of the Torah and, in a sense, partnering with God to move the world forward in terms of perfecting it.
Okay, so this is my concern.
Yes.
If that relationship is like a marriage, if my relationship with God is going to have consequences too, I would assume. So I'm not so sure who I treat better, my husband or God, but I do know that perhaps many people don't want to make that marriage commitment to the Torah because they don't know how God takes his coffee, or when they find out how, they say, I don't want it like that.
Well, you first have to date.
How do you date God? Oh, this is brilliant. How do you date God?
You check him out.
You study his...
You study his Torah. Maybe you'd come up with your own 90-second prayer. You want to know the 90-second prayer?
Please.
The great Rav Noach Weinberg had a 90-second prayer, which is you basically follow the form of the standardized Shemona Esrei, which is that you first feel and acknowledge his presence.
Okay.
You ask him for your needs, and then you thank him. Try it out.
It's the 5-minute manager.
Happens.
Sandwich every request between two heavy layers of praise.
In other words, you say to God, I'm going to make the effort to see if you relate to me. And see what happens. So you got a date.
Wow. We're all dating the same guy. Girl.
Or gal. Well,
Entity.
yeah, whatever.
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 Thank you. That's fantastic.
You're welcome.
Awesome.